Hey guys, how's it going? It's your Ken for the win here, and today I just want to give you guys a quick introduction to my new account, as well as show you guys what I have over here. Do a quick review on Jerome and why he's potentially the best R character in the entire game. So without further ado, let's just go over his stats really quick. So each attack has a 30% chance to cause bleeding for 2 turns that inflicts damage equal to 20% of attack. Also, killing a target reduces all caster skill cooldowns by 1 turn, which is actually really helpful for story missions. So I've specifically geared him for bosses, and I'll explain that later. But his second passive is increases all allies attack by 15% for 2 turns upon landing a critical strike. And his first skill inflicts 20% additional damage if the target is bleeding, as well as inflicts damage equal to 100% of attack to one target. He also inflicts damage equal to 200% of attack, 50% chance to stun for 2 turns. In his third skill, he inflicts penetration damage equal to 360% of a target of attack to one target. 50% chance to decrease the target's recovery amount by 100% for 2 turns. Inflicts additional penetration damage equal to 20% of attack if the target's HP is 50% or less. So this skill right here is mainly should be used for finishing people off. So I tend to use the skill 2 if I'm going against, let's say, like a Morgan. I'll use skill 2. This should, most of the time it cuts her to around half HP, and then I'll go ahead and finish her off with that. And I also get the skill cooldown after I kill Morgan, so that's basically one thing you can use him for. Also, the runes I have equipped right now are just these. This is trash. This is going to get replaced. And then I have a 2 attack right there. I have all accuracy. The only reason I might keep this is because aiming is kind of an issue. So I might actually just keep that. I wouldn't recommend this for anyone else, but I mean, me personally, I'm just going to keep it. Why not? And then for right here, I have critical strike chance. Now, me personally, I think that you should go for as much critical strike chance as possible due to the fact that this increases every ally on your team attack by 15%. It's not that big of a deal, but I mean it's definitely useful. So you definitely should build them for critical strike. And let's see. So I'm gonna try to replace that one with one that can get critical strike. This has critical strike, but I might actually no, I might keep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that because I'm thinking about just replacing these with the 2 rune set critical strike chance 5%. I'm thinking about just doing that because I mean I don't really need them to be defensive because this is my team right here. So I started a new account. I'm gonna get back into Jerome, but I just want to show you guys this really quick. So I have Claude here. I got him on the reroll. I re-rolled this account, and Claude was my first SSR that I got. I also got her, and I think she could be possibly one of the best free supports in the game, and I'll get it to her later. I also have Ashley as my PvP attacker. So I'm building him for PvP and I'm building him for bosses. So my team, I'm basically trying to just make a well-rounded team all around that can handle everything in the game, which is why I chose Dark and Water because not too many there's not too much content in the game that this team can't beat once they're fully maxed out. I also have Demos. Only reason I have Demos is because she's one of the best supports in the game because of this 3 turn cooldown revive. Also, this right here removes one ally's damage over time effect at the end of the turn. Grants damage over time immunity to ally for 2 turns. So once she gets that, that's gonna make her one of the best supports in the game. Period. But her biggest problem is her healing is kind of trash. you have to get this all the way up to level 6 just to get just to make her healing decent. But I've chosen to skill up her skill 2, and I'm gonna stop at level 3 because I don't really need to get up to 100%. I just need at least a 70% HP revive, and my guy should be able to survive from that and not die again, hopefully. The next, I have another one of her, so I've decided instead of building skill 3, I'm just gonna build skill 1 if I keep getting her. And then I have him because her main problem is her healing sucks, and everybody knows that Demo's healing is actually pretty good. Also, he gives an attack boost. Not only does he give an attack boost, he removes all debuffs. So she removes damage over time effects, and he removes debuffs. So this team fleshes together really well. But without further ado, let's get back into Jerome here. Where is he? Okay. So let's get back into Jerome, and let's go to his hero talents. So as far as hero talents, I can get this up to 20% if I want to, but I might not because I don't really care that much. Definitely need to get that, and I definitely need to change this. As far as this skill, I'm probably going to go with arena damage only because of the guild battle, and I think guild battle is pretty freaking trash. I don't think it's trash. I just think it's dumb. Like, I don't think stalling someone should take away a star. It's kind of stupid because you can just it gives the notion where a quick example, I can just do something like this. Also, I got removed from my SSR ticket, so let's see. I can just do something really stupid like this, and basically just stall my opponent out. And that's really stupid if you ask me. But anyway, so we're gonna take Jerome into a PvP match, and then that'll be it for this review, aka introduction to my new account. And then my next guys that I will review will be whoever I level up next. I want it to be Ashley to be my next review. Without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and destroy these guys. I mean, don't look at it like this. I'll come back out with an updated review once I level them up and I get into harder PvP. But if I had an open guild battle spot, I would go to guild battle because guild battle is much tougher than this. But without further ado, I like to start off with skill 2. Probably gonna kill him. Jerome's attack is not that bad, but his survivability, I would say, is lacking because I noticed he doesn't die super quick, but he dies. He can die pretty easily, but not so he's not so squishy to where you have to constantly worry about protecting him or anything like that. But it could be an issue, but it's not that big of an issue. I think the only reason he even dies that quick is because I have a place next to the tank. So I'm thinking about switching the tank with this girl here. I forget her name at the moment, Lydia, I think. But the only reason I have them like that is because I didn't want to run into like a full, like let's say a win team, and then these two water characters are just by each other, and then they have a lot of cone effect, and then they just destroy my them two like that. So I really spaced them out for that sole purpose. And let's see. Megami no Gokago. I don't really have to worry. Just so you can do this. I'm not even gonna go for aim and death. I'm just gonna do normal right after that. We're gonna let her die. I'm gonna save aiming for last because he's the most annoying. And then we can start getting into aiming. I'm scared. That's actually the first time it actually landed. So now aiming should just be gone at this point. And without further ado, that's the review. And you should definitely build up Jerome if you don't have any water DPS. He's a very good, valuable free water DPS, which there isn't a lot in this game anyway. So if you got him, I definitely don't think you'll regret building them up. And that'll be all.